Sooner or later, love is gonna get you. Sooner or later, girl, you gotta give in. Sooner or later, love is gonna let you. Sooner or later, love is gonna win. Okay, talking about this amazing song from 1971, The Grassroots, Sooner or Later. I was 1 year old at the time. I probably heard the song on the radio, and very much later, I'm sure I heard it over the years, but it wasn't until at least 30 years later, I would say, that I really heard the song and I was like, man, this is a great song. And the song definitely can be understood on different levels. On the, you know, ostensibly on the superficial level of the song. By the way, this little video stream that I've been doing is called The Gospel of Rock, and we're talking about the deeper dimensions and the spirituality of rock music and the deeper meanings that probably a lot of it was intentional, that you find in the lyrics and the messages of these songs, the classic rock songs. So this is definitely in the classic rock canon, this song. It was a top 10 hit when it came out. It was one of the few that the Grassroots had. They had a song like 3 years earlier called Midnight Confessions, which is also an amazing song, Midnight Confessions. I want to mention one other thing before I go into the you know, a deeper meaning of the song is Arthur Lee, the force behind the band Love. He actually used that name originally for his band. He called them the Grassroots. Obviously, the meaning, the name itself has a double meaning. You know, as we all know what grass stands for. So, so he originally called his band the Grassroots, and then he found out that there was another band and that had that name, and he couldn't use the name, so he changed the name to Love. And Love, you know, to me, they were one of the great bands of the 60s. And the Doors said they were on the scene in LA before the Doors really made it big. And the Doors said, Jim Morrison also, you know, said, we want to be bigger than Love, or as big as Love. And they were, definitely. Although I think Love was what is very underrated. At the time, they were very big, but they're not remembered as well as the Doors, and it may be because they didn't tour as much. They didn't get out there and play, you know, all over the U.S. and all over the world. That's a whole other story, but but just the fact that Arthur Lee originally called his band the Grassroots and then changed it to Love, and Love's gonna get, sooner or later, Love is gonna get you. So that's one thing. I think it's just a funny little thing to throw in there. But ostensibly, as I was saying, the song is written about a girl. You know, sooner or later, love's gonna get you. Sooner or later, girl, you gotta give in. Sooner or later, love is gonna let you. Sooner or later, love is gonna win. And then, you know, you say you'll never be mine, but darling, there'll come a time. I'll taste all the love that you've been hiding. It's just a question of when. I've told you time and again. I'll get all the love that you've been denying. And then the bridge is brilliant. You know, you've been looking for love in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love in all the wrong faces. I want to get you out of this illusion. I want to save your heart from all this confusion. Or is it, I want to, yeah. Now, you can read that as just a love song. He's saying, you know, you keep turning me away, but you're gonna give in one of these days. Maybe the guy just didn't know how to sweet talk the girl. He didn't know how to flirt with her. Who knows? But that's one level of reading the song. By the way, this song, as I understand it, was a group effort. This was written by several songwriters on their team. It wasn't just one person that came up with the song. I'm not mentioning any names because I really don't know this group too well. I don't know the Grassroots too well. I do want to do a tribute to them. I want to honor them because this is like brilliant songwriting. It's very simple. The chord changes are very simple. It's a obviously it hit the mainstream. But you can also read it in a timeless way. And here's how I would say, is that girl, who's the girl? The girl's all of us. We're all the girl. Right? We're all looking for love in all the wrong places. We're all looking for love outside of ourselves. We think that we're going to find it in someone. Usually it's someone, a partner. Someone else is going to give us the love that we're missing. They're going to complete us. They're going to make us whole. And to some extent that does happen, that does happen. I don't want to deny that. But I would say for those who are on the path of spiritual realization, it's more that you have to find the love inside of yourself, right? You have to find that the love is there within you, and that ultimately that you are the love that you're seeking. And that is, the unconditional love that you are seeking is right there. And who is denying that? No one is except you. You are the one in your own way. And so love is going to get you. It's not that love is going to get you. It's just that you, because you, if you agree, if you accept that your deepest essence is love, then it's not that love is going to get you. It's that you're going to wake up and realize that is true. And the song is not all this classic rock. Really has its roots in gospel. It's African music, gospel and blues, also jazz, soul, and songs like this are just are taking the church hymns and making it into a maybe a more contemporary, modern, mainstream offering that is more palatable to those maybe who are a little bit outs with God or Jesus or the church or whatever it may be, and they don't want it put right in their face. And I don't think anyone really wants that, just someone converting them with a song. So this is, coming through the back door, right? From the backdoor men, is saying, try as you might, you can run, but you cannot hide from what it is. You can only go so far before you have to find your way back. Everyone's got to make that journey back to the love, back home again. And so when I listen to the song and when I sing this song, I see myself getting out there and with a band at some point. I don't know when it's going to be, but singing these songs and putting that meaning behind it. I do think that it changes based on the meaning that the artist intends when they sing it, when they play it. That does have a difference, makes a difference. And I think it's just a brilliant song, and it's a song that teaches you also how to write just a very simple song that is timeless. And I believe this song is going to be around for a long time. I think, they call it classic rock because it's going to be around. It's still around. Kids of every generation. How many generations have passed? It's like 3 generations. Generation X, Y, and Z now are hearing this music, and they're from the baby boomer generation, which is before Generation X. They're hearing this music, and they're like, this is good. This is real good. Sooner or later, love is gonna get you. Sooner or later, girl, you're gonna give in. Sooner or later, love is gonna let you. Sooner or later, love is gonna win. That's all I got. I did a version, if you want to hear, somewhere on YouTube, if you want to listen to it, and would love your comments and feedback. Thanks for listening, tuning in. See you soon. More songs coming. Om.